Testing, 1, 2, 3, sound check. Can you folks hear me? Okay, this is Steve coming back on. Hopefully I am connected to everyone. I apologize for missing our 4 o'clock time frame, and I realize that Craig is due to come on in a few minutes, and I will clear the deck for him. Very interesting experience here. Our IT folks mucked around with our system, and for some reason my iPhone, which controls our Video Pro, could not connect. I tried my iPad, it did the trick. So, and my wife suggested it, so always listen to your wife. So I'm sort of coming off of yesterday's live event with Craig, which was really a fun thing where we had 4 or 5 folks Skyped in at once. It was very convivial, really enjoyed it. And in the future, I'm going to try to master the inward Skype as well, and do a couple of events like that. So I don't have time to do much of anything. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Omegas that Craig's mentioned that you folks wanted to see. And here we have the professional 300-meter diver, the new one, 42 millimeter, and ceramic dial, ceramic bezel, beautiful piece, iconic now, and on a rubber strap. And I'm quickly going to run you through a few of those just to show you what we've got. We have many variants, and I'm going to pull up now the black and white one. I'm pretty much showing just the rubber strap ones right now. We do have them all with metal straps. Today's been a decent Omega day, 3 out the door, despite the fact that we're closed to the public, and so we're quite pleased with that, and we're high on the brand today. So take a look at this little black and white number, and also comes in pure black, and we have that in stock also in both rubber strap and bracelet models. So I'm wondering which of these that you folks admire the most. And okay, yep, great ride yesterday. Blue Shirt Buddha, hi. And how's it going, everyone? Okay, so here's sort of the top of the line of the Diver 300s. And we've got this beautiful piece with the needing focus. There we go, with the 18 karat Sedna gold bezel, and very, very pretty. And the gold is also recessed in that ceramic bezel, and very nice. Sedna gold is Omega's proprietary mix of rose gold that is expected not to fade over time. They have a special mix of metals that apparently forestalls or prevents that. So what do you think? Pretty nice. And very comfortable on the wrist. On our website, we have a video from one of our associates on Omega. You can catch it on the blog on littletreasury.com. Chris, one of our guys who's very enamored of Omega, and he talks about the pleasures of owning one of these. So, and he touts that it's extremely wearable. And he has something from almost everything we have. Okay, so Stu DeBaker, cool name, just tuned in. Really like the Omega Seamaster Black and White Diver 300. What is the MSRP? I don't know if you caught that rather. It's 4,900 on the uh, rubber strap and 5,100. Correct me, maybe 52 on the bracelet. And we have both here. And little focus. So very different a piece, very casual. Okay. So those are the basic pieces that we have in the three-hand collection. And we also, whoops, now I have one more for you. And this is the silver dial variant. Very interesting, different. So we're a mile deep in these, as you can see. And okay, so someone was riding up in the canyons, Buser, and someone else, Da Machine 3, did some light off-road stuff as well. Okay. And Eduardo's wondering what the secondary prices will be of these pieces. I'm sure there's some out there already on Chrono 24 and whatever. And if you buy well, you won't get hurt too much, but I would hope you would want to hold on to it for a while rather than flip it. And do I have the James Bond edition for No Time to Die? Not yet, but we can take orders. But not yet in the store. And Stu DeBaker thinks they're all very nice, so thank you. And moving along so I don't crunch Craig. Here we have these new, and I'm looking for, hang on one sec. The new chronographs that have come out, and I'm showing one here on a black dial, but they pretty much come with all the dial variants that I showed you so quickly. And these are a little bigger, 42 on the three-hand, and 40. I need to double check this. Check my facts here. I'm going to grab this off. And don't like to state the numbers out. It's 44 on this piece, 44 diameter. So larger dive watch for sure, and also 300 meters. And you'll notice that the pushers are ceramic as well as the bezel and the dial. So I wonder what you all think of the chronographs. Michael Zastro asks, where does one get a battery changed for the 9F movement? Well, Little Treasury will do that for you. But to be honest, if you have someone near you who's capable of opening a watch back, it's actually very safe to entrust it with someone as long as they get the right battery in there. The battery is isolated from the movement, and very little damage can be done by being in the wrong hands, except for you don't want your case back scratched, of course. So, but pretty much anybody who can change a battery, any decent shop can handle it for you. Okay, so Buser is asking about how thick, and anticipating the usual questions, I brought my little measuring stick. I haven't internalized all of these numbers. And the three-hand is on my little device, 14 millimeters. And I'm going to grab the chronograph, and that's going to be somewhat thicker. That is going to be 17.5. So that's not your skinny boy by any means. So let me get that in focus. That's the chronograph. And the thickness is pretty well camouflaged, as you can see by the sunken in case back, which stays away from the edge of the case, and probably wears a little thinner than 17.5 might indicate. So that's that one. And as I said, these all come in a variety of colors and configurations. I'll bring up one more in the chronograph line, and that's going to be the Sedna Gold version. And again, very pretty, nice dive watch dressed up with the gold. So okay, Triforce, 17.5 millimeters thick. WTF, that's a deep sea. And okay, Michael Zastro asked if we know if Grand Seiko is going to introduce smaller dive watches. I would suggest that no one in the U.S., even who works for Grand Seiko, knows that. And not on the horizon as far as I can tell. Okay. And Triforce asks about, can I put it on for you to see how it wears on the wrist? Want to see how thick that chrono is on the wrist. And Greg Boat asks, will that fit under the wrist comfortably? And not under the wrist, under the cuff. Well, I think it depends upon your cuffs. If you're wearing CraigShipp cuffs, probably not. My cuffs, we'll see right now. I'm putting it on. And sorry to leave you with a blank there. There I am. And so I have this, I think you can see that. Not in great focus. Doesn't look too bad on. I'm not the smallest guy in the world. Let's see how it goes under the cuff. It's going to be, it'll get there. I didn't tuck in the tag end. So, and these are, the shirt has sort of my tighter cuff than usual. So if you wear a looser cuff, I think you'll be okay. And it feels really good on the wrist, actually. It does not feel like any kind of a clunker. I think if you put the bracelet on it, you're going to see extreme jump in weight on that. So that's the story on that one. And hi from Carlos. Are you still in the pool? That's where we left him yesterday, lounging by the pool. And I'm going to quickly bring up some more pieces, watching the time. Don't want to eat Craig's show. Got 5 more minutes. And let's see what we got for you. Okay, so let's look quickly at the bigger boys in the collection. And I'm going to bring up a Planet Ocean. And these, as you probably know, are rated at 600 meters versus 300, and are very substantial. I'll put the measure on that in a second. And this is looking in my monitor a little deceptive. This is orange accents, and the lower the quadrant on the bezel looks sort of yellow versus the orange on the numerals. It's all consistent, though. It is orange. I guess I'm getting some reflection off of my surface. Let's move that around a bit. Well, it still looks different, but it doesn't look different in real life. So, artifact of the camera, perhaps. And Okay, so Triforce, I wouldn't be wearing that with your dapper outfit anyway, Steve. Thanks for showing us. Yeah, okay. And Gilbert Rose, I love the GMT Quartz SBGN003, the perfect size. Is there any plan to add a movable bezel? Again, when you're back into the Grand Seiko world, all bets are off about predicting what they're going to do next. That is a dark hole of information, unfortunately. And since I've been a dealer, I've heard very few predictions that have come to pass. So we have a lot of wishes and thoughts, but they keep it close to the vest. They're very good at it. And Triforce remarks, nice 600 meter, so Carlos can go dive even deeper in his pool. Carlos, would you wear one of these? I'd like to hear if we could get an Omega on your wrist. I think you probably own an Omega somewhere, but how about one of these guys? Okay. So let's move on and show you an even bigger guy in the collection. And this is going to be the chronograph version of this 600 meter beast. And it is very substantial. And as you can see, I'm afraid to put the measure on it. I think the comments will come alive, but let me do it anyway. So I'm going to grab it and size her up. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, hoo. We're talking about 19.7 on this. 19.7. If I can get it focused. It's got to find the focus zone, and it's not doing it very well. I'll put it back under the camera, the other camera, and you can see a little better. So it's a big bad boy, and very orange, very masculine, let's say. And again, we have a full range of colorways for this model as well. So, and okay. Booser once saw Chip Wong open a case back with a machete and with 0 scratches. I would like to have a video of that. And Studebaker has seen the black and white Planet Ocean on a black strap. It was outstanding. And I don't have it on a black strap, I don't think, but we pretty much have every variant made made to man. Okay, and is it orange or yellow? Black and white Planet Ocean GMT. Yeah, okay. I may or may not have that. And okay. I need to start clearing the decks for Craig. I'm going to throw up one last watch and then scoot. So I had planned to do something on smaller dive watches, and we are working with everything in the safe. And I went digging in the boxes to try to pull out some to make a little show of them, and they're all discombobulated. I've got to get some of the staff back in here who put them away and get them squared away so we can find things. But I did want to show you this little Planet Ocean. This is the 38 millimeter and very cute, but substantial, smaller dive watch. I have others to show you on another day. Collections from Oris and some of the other brands that make sub 40 millimeter dive watches, or 40 millimeter, and they should be fun. So I am getting out of here, And great show today. Thank you very much. And brief, and I better leave or I'm going to get the hook. So thanks so much. Have a great Sunday. Stay safe. Completing event.